Guys, Fire here, bringing you another board game review. For those of you who don't know, I cover mainly Xbox content on my channel, but I also like to share my other passion and hobby that I enjoy, which is board gaming. And the nice people over who made the game Viggo Venn, One More Vest, were nice enough to send me over a copy of the game, I believe all the way from Norway, so that's pretty darn cool for me to share my thoughts on this pretty neat and fun party card game. So what is Viggo Venn, One More Vest? If you've ever heard of the game Liar's Dice, which board gamers generally have, and if you haven't, I'll give you a quick rundown. You're going to be dealt a hand of cards, and in those cards, you're going to have one of 5 of these nice little cards here. Might be a little hard to see on camera. Apologies, these are super glary cards, but cards rank from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a Joker. They all feature Viggo Venn. If you didn't know, he was a winner of America's Got Talent for his One More Vest kind of skit and show, and he currently travels around the world doing that. But the way the game works is you're going to declare on your turn a number of cards that all the players in the game has. Speaking of players, this game plays 2 to 6 players. If you do have a limited edition copy of the game, you can manage to play up to 8 players, and I believe there's one more edition that might squeeze a little more players into the game. And the way it works is you guess. So if there's 6 people playing, there's going to be, I believe everybody starts with a hand of 5 or 6 cards. So let's say I'm going to declare, I think out of everybody playing, in a culmination of the white vests and jokers, I think there's 6 white vests in the game. So the next player will either have to say, oh, I think there's more of either white vests or the same number or more of a different color, higher value vests. Play goes around until somebody declares who that they don't believe someone, and then that player either proves their innocence, and that they pulled it off with their correct guess. If so, the player who called their bluff loses one of their cards. If they were lying and get busted, they lose one of their cards. And the game goes around and rounds until nobody has cards. So at the start of a new round, after somebody calls a bluff or a guess or is challenged, you're going to reveal all your cards, and then everybody's going to get dealt new cards, except for the person who lost a card will get one less card. You do this until players eventually have no more cards in the game, and once you get down to one person left amongst your group with the cards, that player's declared the winner. Now, along the way as you play the game, you have opportunities to play one of 2 action cards in front of you. What makes this pretty interesting and unique is you never get to look at these, and they're a complete crapshoot of a 50-50 chance of either being something good for you or something bad for you. You might lose cards, you might get to just back out of the whole thing, causing utter chaos for people who wanted to kind of call you on your numbers, and they kind of add fun little shenanigans along the way, which I think is a really nice twist to the Liar's Dice format. Now, say you eliminate somebody and you get to claim victory over knocking your friend out of the game, you get a memorial card for killing them. These are either going to be really good or really bad as well, and it kind of varies. This one, for example, makes you lose one of the cards in your hand, which sucks because you're one step closer to losing. Overall, Viggo Venn One More Vest is actually a pretty fun little party game. I'd say it takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, maybe a little more with your first kind of game going on, but the pace of the game is done pretty well as players just either declare, pass, and reveal. Rounds are pretty quick, taking sometimes less than a minute. And it's not too bad of a game. When it comes to rules and learning the game, this is the entire rulebook. It's very short, very easy to kind of play, and at the back of it there is a color guide and a common Q&A for any questions that players might have that it doesn't hurt to maybe read on your first playthrough. I think this is a pretty fun party game, and I've enjoyed getting to play it with my friends, and even doing some outside of my friend group just a little bit. It's got a unique twist of calling BS on your friends, all packaged in what's normally a dice rolling game and can be a little clunky and cumbersome to drag around depending on your setup, and do a very nice small box card game. To kind of give you a reference, I am an Xbox content creator. Here's an Xbox controller on the size of the box, so you can kind of see it's about the size of a video game controller, and if you've got big enough pants, might even fit in the your pants pocket, or it should easily fit within the realms of a backpack in a small pocket or something like that. I think Viggo Venn One Revest is a really fun to take on Liar's Dice. It's got very simplistic and easy to learn rules. I love the introduction of the kind of Joker card in the game. Now, in Liar's Dice, it's normally just 6 dice, and you call it bluffing. There's none of these new kind of mechanics that are added in the game, which sets Viggo Venn One More Vest a little bit apart. If it didn't have these, I'd probably prefer regular Liar's Dice over just the enjoyment of rolling dice and having little cups, but these new little twists kind of add something a little different to the game that, you know, set it apart. Is it a full replacement for Liar's Dice? Not at all. Is it perfect when you don't want to cause a ton of noise and you want to just have a relaxing, maybe travelable small box card game? Yeah, I think it's a pretty good pickup. I know the price for the game, I believe on their website, is around $25, $20 to $25. Somebody might correct me in the comments down below. I don't think it's too bad of a price for the game. I'd say if it was around like $15, definitely be a little more worth it. But I understand when it comes to having to make a very small production game. I believe it was done on Kickstarter and it was a little cheaper. So a lot of people have the game via what they got through Kickstarter. So most of what's left is kind of just the leftover copies and what they ended up producing. I'd be curious to know if at his shows they sell this game. I will say that if you are going to try to pick up the game, I'd try to locate one of these limited edition copies just so you can up your player count to 8, because generally if you're playing party games much beyond like 5 or 6, or less than that, you're probably just going to play bigger box board games. But it's a perfect little game to play at family gatherings. And if you were a fan of Viggo Venn on America's Got Talent, I'm sure you would absolutely love this game. I think it's not too difficult. It's easy for anybody to pick up, play, and has really easy, quick teaching mechanics. Outside of that, guys, I'd love to hear what you guys think of my review of Viggo Venn One More Vest down below in the comments. I mainly do Xbox content, but occasionally I do board games, as I love sharing that hobby. Thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.